俺は必ず戦乙女への復讐を果たす。2本でだな。これで終わらせる。バルキリー・アナトミア、父さんの仇を。
Hey guys, it's ScherBR back for another video. This time I'll be giving a look on Wylfred, the new character released the past week. This character is the protagonist of the Valkyrie profile, Covenant of the Plume, and he's being released here. It's not that much of a popular character because people still like Lennet more, but he's still a protagonist, and it's a very strong character because he's balanced for being a main character. But he can be used on the main slot, you have to remember this. He's not a god, he's not a Valkyrie. Surely he's not. Well, he was buffed for global version because he is a character from the first generation. He still has the E activate instead of the F activate, and his status are not that good when compared to some past releases, or just to compare them to the Supreme Odin version. Odin is way stronger than Wylfred when comparing only status. We have to remember the status are not the only thing that worked. I believe that passives are way better because most of the status are still from weapons, besides HP, okay? So, like I said, he was buffed. The buff was around 10 and 15% on the status, and his attack is beyond average, but still not as high as characters like Odin or Lennet, or just some of the best recent characters, okay? So I know that you guys want to know the best things and best information about this character. This is just the image that we got from Facebook, but I have all the good information about this character and I'll be showing you guys now. Well, first of all, we have the attacks of Wylfred. Wylfred is a very straightforward character. He acts like Lennet. His attacks are very straightforward. It's most forward attacks. And the area of hit is just average. The enemy you have to be forward, and it's just a circle slash like most sword fighters in the game. But you have to see that this character doesn't have a high number of hits. He only has 6 hits. The first is 1, the second is 2, and the third attack is 3 hits. His attack animation is very fast and very easy to hit. You can start by using him, and he may be a little chaotic, but trying to use him with a lot of characters that do launch attacks, but he's not that bad or just easy to miss. Now talking about his purification attack, he has a 6 times multiplier and just a single hit for Vengeance Edge. It's a very common purify attack. It doesn't have much power, but it's in line with the characters that have average damage for purification attacks. And counting the 3 attacks, he has a 10 times multiplier, and it's above average for this generation that he comes. But you also see that his purification gouge is average. Most characters have the same generation for purification gouge, and he's also on the average hit. One thing that we need to talk about is that the 4th attack is only the repetition of the first one. The first one is not his best attack. His best attack is the 3rd attack. So if you want to get the most of Wylfred, you have to keep increasing his attack. You just won't get the best of it just by increasing 1 attack. Okay, so while we talk about an attack and the purification attack, now we can talk about the passives, and the passives are the best thing that we can talk about the character. And let's start about the orb. His orb is very strong. I mean, most characters have around 50 or 40% increase on their orbs, but Wylfred here has a 64 increase by 32 on attack and 32 on dark damage. But this just solidifies that he needs to use dark type weapons. Well, and talking about something here, he's an E activate character, so he will get 1000 attack, defense, and 500 defense and mag defense. Let's start talking about his skills. The first one is from the white orb, and it's high resentment and increases attack. Just a little more than the most common characters that goes up to 40%. This one goes up to 42%. Doesn't make much difference, but it's here is one of his best skills because he has 3 skills and one is not that useful. The second one is called the Destiny Plume, and the Destiny Plume is easily his best skill. because it greatly improves the status. It means it's 20% the max for all characters in your squad for turns 3, 6, 9, 12 and beyond. Well, it means that it's starting for the third turn, you can start doing more damage, but only from 3 and 3 turns. This is the best because it's can just buff your whole squad and do your nukes on the third turn. This is kind of half the power of Schveltlight or something like that. Okay, so the last skill is where something just is not as good as before. Hostility Aura is just increase your Purification Gauge when you take a hit with him. By each hit, it will increase up to 15% of your Purification Gauge. The problem here is just that the thing that kind of complicates here is because the unique orb color is green as well. So you have to just increase this. Most of the time you can just use nuke strategies and you won't be needed in using this hostility aura, but you have to because it's on the unique orb color. This happens with most characters, so it's fine. Then he has the Avengers Grudge. It's a limited skill, and from third turn onwards, it means that he won't be able to use it on the second turn, but from the third turn onwards, he can use the skills, and it will only work for one turn and once for battle. It's just a nuke type of skill. It will increase your dark action skill damage on 40% increase. It's very high. It's the nuke type of strategy to kill the boss on this third turn with him and your whole squad. That's why he stays relevant, because he's just used it for nuke, and nuke is never old. You have the damage. Nuke is always something that you have to try, especially on bosses that have very high number of damage. Okay, so we have information about his part assist and his part skill, and unfortunately they both are not the best. Weapon assist is just the common and average, but part skill fortitude is not recommended at all. So raising him to level 99 and then soul sublimation is just because he's used it in your squad, but not because you want the party skill. Your priority here is just that the white and the purple are the best, and the green is the last priority. If you don't get his orb, just don't invest on the green. Okay, so calculating his maximum damage potential means that he can reach 126% damage potential. Plus, okay, so this is more than double his damage, and then he can get 40% plus on action skill damage. Action skill damage multiplier will be on the end, so this means that it will increase by a lot of the damage. And his hose is to be used as a turn 3 damage dealer, party buffer, a purification gauge when hit. This means that when you have to face a boss that has multiple hits, this skill may be useful. And he also acts as an action skill nuker. Okay, this is not that bad. This character here is strong, but we don't have that many competition on this world fighters with the dark weapon, and he will stay relevant because the nuke type of strategy and the Destiny Plume being very useful because of the buff that affects everyone. So that's it, guys. I don't think this character is just like I said, non-skippable. You can skip Wylfred, but he is relevant and will stay relevant if you plan to get this guy. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm just trying to make my video and my content better, and I really need your help to get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay, we'll see each other on the next video. Bye.